Former president and the face of the MK party, Jacob Zuma, was supposed to meet the chiefs in Malamulele in Limpopo yesterday. Now, Zuma was to visit Giyani in Limpopo to woo support for the new political party. Now, one of the leaders of uMkhonto WeSizwe, Bonginkosi Khanyile, has assured its supporters that Zuma will be the face of the party in the upcoming general elections. Now, Zuma has previously said that he will campaign and vote for the party, which currently has an acting president. Khanyile was addressing supporters at the party's rally in Malamulele, where he also accused the IEC of preventing Zuma from contesting the elections. For some analysis on this now, let's bring in political analyst Dr. Levy Ndou. Thank you so much for your time, Ndou, on the program today. So let's start here. Why do you think that former President Jacob Zuma gave a no-show and didn't cancel or postpone his visit?
Good morning, Kolisi. Good morning to the viewers at home. There could be a number of reasons why former President Zuma couldn't make it to Limpopo. Former President Zuma had a very good relationship with the former minister, Collins Chabani. And in his program, he had indicated that he would also want to visit his grave. The unfortunate part is that through the Collins Chabani Foundation, he could not do so, or they denied him to go and visit his grave. His other plan was to go and visit the grave of Dambuza somewhere in Makonde, and through his foundation, the family turned that down as well. He was also expected to meet with the church leaders who also turned down the meeting with him. I think it could have been some of the reasons why former President Zuma himself could not go. Apart from these planned reasons, there has been a talk by some of the former MK leaders in that area who said that they do not recognize uMkhonto WeSizwe as a party. What is very important here is that political parties also sit down and try to assess the situation, whether it's going to be conducive or not conducive for them to attend. And I think they could have done the analysis of the situation, and they felt that with those group of people having to turn down the efforts by former President Zuma to go there, that could have been good reasons that are known why he could not attend. Some of the reasons could not be known to us, because I think we'll have to get that from the leadership of the MK party.
And Dr. Ndou, you just touched on a very important part, because that leads me straight to my next question now, because part of Zuma's visit was also to go to the graves of the struggle icons, as you've also mentioned, but both families have since rebuffed him. So does this point to tensions that are also brewing behind the scenes that we might not be privy to right now?
Well, I think it could be not necessarily tensions. This is a contestation for proximity to certain individuals and those that have passed on. And I think members of the family through the foundations might actually be trying to clarify the position of the family and the foundations, and also articulating what they think those who have passed on would have been their position at the current moment. And I think that is why they had to turn down his proposal. I think what we need to be very cautious about is to avoid a situation where there will be tensions which will lead to conflict in South Africa. And my view is that part of these initiatives, if indeed they lead to unnecessary tensions, politicians should actually be very careful when they start to take these kind of initiatives.
And he was also set to visit Muizenberg. This is the area he declared a state of disaster when he was still president, and this was due to a lack of basic services. Why do you think he would have wanted to visit this place?
Politicians, it's in their nature to ensure that they actually associate themselves with those that are vulnerable, with those that are hurt and those that feel destitute. And indeed, he could have had something that attracted him closer to his heart at the time when that area was declared as a disaster area. And of course, it could still be ringing in the minds of those that are found in that area that when we were in big trouble and former President Zuma was still in office, he declared this area as a disaster area, and he could feel that maybe by visiting them, he'll be reminding them that he still cares for them. I would expect him to do more of these kind of programs, because in the election period, that is what we would expect from different political leaders.
Sense of a little too late as well. And do you think that he will still go and try to woo support from people in the Giyani area at a later stage?
It depends on him. But in politics and elections, we talk about numbers, and he still has to go to many, many other areas. And if former President Zuma is very, very sure that he has got support in those areas, obviously his supporters will be disappointed, and he will actually have to make it up to them by still visiting those areas. But if he feels that there is no reason for him to go there because things didn't go right this way, it will still be better to try areas where the environment is fertile, so that is able indeed to talk to the people that are ready to listen to his message.
And pointing it back, Dr. Ndou, to the name as well, the MK Party, with the ruling party having expressed its dissatisfaction with the former president using that name, what are we likely to see play out as far as that is concerned?
Well, what we're likely to see playing out is that the MK Party, MK as the armed wing of the ANC, would feature more in the elections, because the ANC would love to constantly remind the people that indeed the MK Party is being used by former President Zuma in order to divide the members of the ANC. At the same time, the ANC should have acted long time ago in ensuring that their symbol is not actually being used by other people for this reason. And unfortunately, this is out of the hands of the ANC, because all these matters now have to be resolved in the courts.